Today's video is several tips that you can use in the counseling process. After making my video on the steps that you will follow to do your counseling session, there are a couple of tips I feel that are very important that you keep in mind. And so I thought I'll make another video about the tips that you can keep in mind while following the counseling session. One of the very important things in the counseling session is the use of silence. Now let's understand the value of silence. So when a counselee comes to you and is sharing the problem or is uncomfortable to share the problem, when you remain silent, what happens is the counselee feels that I need to talk. So when you remain silent, you sort of encourage the counselee to say something. And the counselee will go deeper into the problem because the counselee is uncomfortable with the silence that is present in the room. So understand that silence is important in a counseling session. Sometimes the counselee has a problem that he or she can solve, but hasn't had that quiet time to think about the problem. And when he or she comes to your counseling session, you can provide that by giving a safe space to the counselee to talk to the extent that they would feel comfortable to share what they want to share with you. That is the first thing, the importance of silence. The second thing about the counseling session is not to ask yes-no questions. Rather, ask open-ended questions. And so when you look at the first step of welcoming and receiving the counselee, you could ask an open-ended question like, so how are you feeling today? And allow the counselee to answer. That could be the start of your counseling session. When you want more details, rather than probing specifics, because the counselee may not be comfortable to share specifics with you, ask an open-ended question like, could you tell me something more about it? Could you go deeper into, and you state the part of the thing that you want her to go deeper or him to go deeper into. Is there something more that you could share with regards to this? These are all open-ended questions. So you allow the counselee to share, to go deeper into his or her feelings, and you will encourage the counselee to feel the feelings, which is the most important part of the session. The counselee comes to you because the counselee is too afraid to feel the feelings. The counselee doesn't feel capable of handling their feelings when they come to you. And so they come to you. When you are looking at the end of the session, the formation of the task, you could ask the counselee, what would you like to do to deal with this situation? Have you dealt with a similar situation like this where the outcome was different? What did you do different in that situation? Assist the counselee to find his own answers to his own questions. And when you do that, normally what we do when we counsel is we directly go into giving advice. We feel, oh, this person has come to us because they want advice from us. No, the person is not come to you for advice. The person is come to you to sort out their problem, and if you can assist them with sorting out their problem, they will be able to sort out their problem on their own. Yes, you can give a couple of suggestions, but I would go one step further and say the counselee already knows, the counselee already has an idea of how he or she is going to handle the situation. The only thing is, it's hidden somewhere in them and they're not able to tap on it, and you should assist them in tapping to their own solution, to their own problem. Even when a counselee is crying, or a counselee is venting, or a counselee is showing anger, don't say, no, don't feel like this. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't, no, stop crying. Allow the counselee to feel the feelings. The place where the counselee is sitting is the place which is most comfortable to deal with their situations and safest for them. So don't get bothered by the catharsis that happens. Don't say, oh, I made her cry or him cry. No, you have allowed him or her to feel his feelings. And it would be very nice when you are doing the counseling session that you have on a little chit of paper the steps that you're going to follow and maybe a list of the open-ended questions, because those open-ended questions would help you dealing with the situation. So I'm just wrapping up what I just said. I told you the power of silence, which allows the counselee to vent. The second thing that I did was I talked to you about open-ended questions. And the third suggestion that I made was allowing the counselee to feel his feelings in a safe environment. And it would be very nice when you are doing the counseling session that you have on a little chit of paper the steps that you're going to follow and maybe a list of the open-ended questions, because those open-ended questions would help you dealing with the situation. I do hope that these tips have helped you to deal with your counseling session in a better way, to make you think of your counseling session in a better way. Do not forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can get my future videos. Thank you.